Ladies and gentlemen, we have a problem. Americans are actually right about something. Well, partly. Let me take you on a journey through time to explain why they insist on calling this cilantro while the rest of the English-speaking world says coriander. Seriously, stick with me all the way to the end. It's gonna make sense. First up, ancient Greece. Some brilliant mind looks at this leafy herb and says, Coriander. The Romans, being the culture vultures that they were, borrowed it and made it fancy by calling it Coriandrum. Classic Romans, always adding extra syllables to sound important. Fast forward a few thousand years of people butchering pronunciations, as we all do, and the word tumbles through Old Spanish like a linguistic game of telephone. Coriandrum becomes culantro because apparently that was easier to say after a few glasses of sangria. But wait, the plot thickens. As Spanish itself evolved, culantro transformed into cilantro, while the British English, doing what it does best, keeping things decidedly British, stuck with a variation of the Roman word, giving us coriander. And here's where it gets spicy. When Americans were learning about this herb, they weren't exactly taking cooking lessons from the British. They were getting their tasty tips from their Mexican neighbors, who called it cilantro. So technically, Americans were just being good neighbors and using the local lingo. Shocking, I know. So everyone's actually right, whichever word they use. Whether you're team cilantro or team coriander, you're using a historically accurate term. With what's going on in the US with their immigration policy, you could kind of say that calling it cilantro is a form of solidarity to our South and Central American amigos. But if you'd rather follow the Cheeto and Chief and make produce pronunciation great again, maybe you should just create your own name for this. You'll be the only ones calling it this for the next 4 years, and then everybody will forget about it. But won't you just feel so special? I'm thinking MAGA greens or capital sprigs? Drop a comment with your most ridiculous American name for this herb, and bonus points if it includes the word patriot, eagle, or freedom.